Move and be moved by these savings right now at Team Mazda. Choose a new 25 Mazda CX-50, Mazda CX-70, or Mazda CX-90 and get low 1.9% financing. Discover the Mazda experience and save right now at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
I'm in St. George.
You are. So do you call yourselves good morning?
Good morning.
St. Georgian or St. Georgian?
Hey, it sounds better St. Georgians.
St. Georgians.
You know, St. Georgians.
I got
but then
Georgia.
Louisianians is what I've said all my life.
Me too.
Said
Apparently,
Louisiana?
like the official one was like, no, it's a Louisiana. And I'm like, I'm not getting with
That
that.
doesn't sound as
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, conversational.
And again, but then you have, our neighbors to the, hey, howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Plus. Our neighbors to the west, over in Texas, it's not like Texians. They don't have the I. It's just the Texan, like they're to the point here in Louisiana, Louisianans, Texans. Give me the I.
Yeah.
I want the Louisianian.
Maybe they wanted to short up the syllables because Louisianians,
Oh, it's already a
I'm
lot,
doing
yeah.
the math, that's like 6 syllables or
Sure.
something like Louisianians.
Yeah.
6 syllables, yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
But Louisianans doesn't, it feels like it's missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you need some Tonys or Slap Your Mamas on it. Louisianians, and then that just makes it more complete.
Little
Or
lanyard.
Tabasco,
Little
yeah,
lanyard.
it makes it more complete.
Why did we start talking about that? Just because of
Words
St.
that
George?
sound nuclear, words that just sound funny coming out.
I
we can.
got you.
Who's the person that sells you your home?
Oh,
a realtor.
thank you.
It's not a realtor.
It's not a realtor.
Realtor.
You know, a lot of people
Realtor.
do say
I don't like it.
realtor.
Where's the extra
Right.
E?
They're
And
adding a
realtor.
letter.
Right.
Yes.
Realtor.
The realtor. Yeah, absolutely. So,
realtor?
No.
Man.
So I'm
you'll
telling
hear
you, man,
real-
the syllables, that's the way to know if you got it. Because if you're adding a syllable, then you're doing it wrong.
Right.
And I know realtors that say realtor.
You know real realtors that say realtor?
Yes.
Man, what kind of weird
like
tongue
it.
twister is
Yes.
it? Do you ever say lightning and then spell it
A
that
lot
way?
of
Oh
people do. yeah.
no.
Lightning. That will set off Dr.
Grimes.
Steve.
Yes, it will.
And Jay back in the day.
All of
and
our
Jared, how do you
experts.
feel about lightning?
I I used to
understand it?
say that.
Yeah.
I won't spell it that way. Have you ever heard like chocolate? Like
Chocolate?
instead of chocolate.
Instead of chocolate?
Chocolat?
Lot.
I mean,
Okay,
just,
so lightning. What is it? What is it?
It's
what's
just
the
lightning.
deal with
It's
that?
just not
Yeah,
lightning.
it's
You
lightning.
just take
but
out the E extra
Yeah,
E in it.
don't-
They
Lightning.
spell it wrong.
and then they spell it wrong. Yeah. It's not
Like, they
lightning.
add an extra
light,
syllable in
Right.
there.
It's not
N-I-N-G?
lightning. Right.
L-I-G-H-T?
It's lightning.
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 N-I-N-G.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just like you wouldn't say nuclear.
Correct.
Because that's
Nuclear.
their syllable.
But you know what's confusing about
Nuclear.
lightning is what are the things you use to whiten your teeth?
A whitening
White.
strip.
Right.
Right.
But how?
But it's a whitening
Not
strip.
whitening strip.
It's a whitening strip.
But
I
it
guess.
is spelled with an
Yeah,
E-N
they
in
got
the
the
middle
N
of
in there,
it.
right? So we completely see what we do with English.
It is so
We're
hard to
so
learn if it's
jacked
not your
up.
first language.
We're
It is
so
so
jacked up.
hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why does the CH sound make a ch?
Oh,
or what
don't
is
even-
the
don't even.
yeah?
Don't
or
even.
then what
Every
is it?
English teacher right now
Hard-
is like, I know, I tried to teach you animals.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not easy because you know what? When I came here to Louisiana, it's hard in the English language. There's a silent E at the end, but here in Louisiana, there are like several letters that aren't pronounced, and I never knew that. So what's the one? It looks like Del Cambre.
Yeah.
Delcom.
Delcom.
So we got like 3 or 4 letters at the end that we're just kind of trashing.
Don't
at the
even
end.
matter.
BRE.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
gonna kind of silent
Ignore 'em.
all 3 of those letters.
Right.
Right.
Woo,
Go
okay.
down to Pier Park.
Ooh, wow.
Well, look, exactly, because to your point, yeah, you go down there.
Pier Park's what kept me in Louisiana because I love small town Louisiana. But I
Yeah.
got
Well,
down
that
there the
store.
first time I went to Fado Do.
Fado.
I didn't know what they were saying.
Right.
Yes.
I went to my roommate in college and said, what are they
Bob
talking
screwed that up on air. I mean, and I continue to.
Mesh,
I
yeah.
think it's because we are such an amalgam of so many different cultures and literally different countries who have once planted the flag here, from French to Spanish to English to Native American as well. I think it's because we are literally that cornucopia that we're just like, how do you want to spell this? I don't know. Let's throw some French in there, a little
Right.
dash of Spanish, kick it with a little bit of Great Britain,
Right.
and then call it what? I don't know.
Hello.
Try to pronounce it. We are rough on it.
Louisianians.
We are rough.
Louisianians. No.
Louisianians.
There you
And
go.
here's the thing.
St. Georgians.
Yeah, work on that. Find out tonight at that ceremony.
I
Find
know,
out how
having
it's
a
officially
big to-do
said.
up in St. George tonight.
That should be an
Yeah.
official vote.
Is that
St.
what we were
Georgians,
talking about with the St. Georgians?
St. Georgians,
with
yes.
the flag,
Yes.
and the flag's got it has the
Oh, that's
Union.
the East Baton
That's EBR
Rouge.
Parish.
That's EBR.
The
okay.
Union Parish
But
flag.
that's got the Union Jack.
Yes,
it's got a
the
couple
countries that used to plant their own flag here. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh.
That's exactly right. The little the river.
waves,
That's
the
right.
waves
That's
of the
official
river.
noise, by the way.
I like that, like Morse code. That's good, man.
Man, what the hell do we?
I
How do we
love
do
it.
this?
I love that.
What did we
went
just do?
from one tangent to another. We're bouncing back and
We're
forth.
trying to talk about things that we can talk about.
I don't
Well, we
this
talk about
OCD
names all the
kicking in.
times and things that you. Yeah, that's great when you have four
true.
people who have.
Little known and yet less cared for facts from
We're pretty
your
good at
morning
that.
show
You're
this morning.
welcome.
Yeah, we're pretty
Use
good at
that
it.
as
Very
water cooler talk today.
Okay, so yes, dance around the water cooler. Stay hydrated. It is one of those days. Welcome to the month of July. It's
Yeah.
felt like July for a while, and here we are.
Yeah, it really is. But hopefully the's not going to be any lightening out
Oh,
there later.
see?
See what you
Lightening.
did?
Spell it for us, Jared.
I will do no such thing.
Good move. Good move.
Dang.
Guys, outside we're seeing a little bit of African dust. Yeah, absolutely. It's causing some of the haze out there. We were expecting this. It's a pretty good dust plume moving around across Louisiana, Texas, and actually a big part of the Gulf Coast. Pair of sevens out your door right now. On our way to high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Close the book on the month of June. It was a wetter than average month, but June tends to be a relatively wet month anyway for us. BTR getting 6.6 inches. Not too bad for a month's work, but now as the rain chances start to go down, these numbers start to creep up. The peak heat indices, and we might be flirting with 108 as the time that we get to the holiday weekend. Remember, we care about that number because that tends to be the trigger point for heat advisories. So it'll be interesting to see how the National Weather Service wants to handle that later on in the week. Our live local radar is very quiet right now, except for showers and storms out to the Gulf, but they're fading away. They're moving away. So there's really not that much coming our way until a little bit later in the day. You could bring an umbrella later just to be on the safe side. High pressure is going to hang tough over the next couple of days, maybe even setting up a little miniature heat dome right on top of our neck of the woods. That keeps the rain chances down and the forecast highs even higher. As for the chance of rain today, it's nothing great. Matter of fact, the graph is really quiet, almost super quiet, as it only shows us a couple of hit or miss isolated showers at about 30% maybe. What it does is interesting. It shows a couple of isolated thunderstorms later, going out to about 9 p.m. The HRRR agrees that we're going to go through the majority of the day dry. In fact, this is all the way out to 2 in the afternoon. They barely have anything around. It's really not until about 6 p.m. that they put a couple of hit or miss thunderstorms. So it's far from a guarantee. In fact, I would say if you do get a shower in the afternoon, maybe count yourselves one of the lucky ones. In tracking the tropics, we just got our 7 a.m. update as of 7:09. There is Flossie. That is a Category 1 hurricane. This wave right here, or soon to be wave, has gone up very slightly. It's gone from 20% to 30%, but it really doesn't look like this is going to have any local impacts on our neck of the woods. Could throw a little bit of moisture our way, but right now I don't think we need to worry too much about that. This guy out here to the eastern Pacific has a 40% chance, and if that goes down, that would actually be their 7th named storm, because Flossie is the 6th, and that too is expected to become a Category 2 hurricane. So I think we can all agree, though, if we keep the Gulf quiet, then we're going to be happy campers over here. Start you out with a 0% chance, going to 30 to 40% in the afternoon. High temperature for today, 93 degrees. Of course, it's going to feel warmer when you factor in the humidity. For the 4th of July, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days have relatively low chances of rain. But again, that's going to really pump up the highs and the way it feels out there. So your outdoor plans are good to go. Just definitely prepare for that heat. The fireworks display on Friday evening are also going to be good to go. And it looks like we're going to be mainly dry, going from the mid 80s to the lower 80s. So yeah, still super warm even late at night. Going into next week, we'll go back to a typical summertime pattern, but in the entire 10-day forecast, biggest number I have right now is a 40% chance, so not too shabby. 7-11 right now. Johnny A., hopefully the roads continue to cooperate out there.
They are. Morning drive rush hour traffic, nothing out of the ordinary. So we're seeing Denham Springs to Baton Rouge a little slower than usual. And from day 10-12 to downtown, a couple of slow pockets here and there that's on again, off again slow. Take you out to our drive times, and they're looking pretty good this morning. Take you also out to our interactive drive time map and take you right on over to Poincapie Parish over in Ventress, where this Island Road, LA 413, right in that area, yesterday closed because of a hole underneath the roadway. They have repaired that. Everything is open now. Again, that's LA 413 in Ventress, right around False River. That has been repaired, so no issues there. 7-11, you're on WAFB 9 News now. We do it again at 3:30 in the afternoon, then again at 9 at night. Little fun stuff for you in the morning, and then some headlines you might have missed. Liz and Matt will be back with those next.
7:13, real quick before you get going, following a few things for you, including Baton Rouge's most recent deadly shooting. Liz, a 22-year-old right now, a mother grieving, looking for answers, and they're looking for help.
BRPD tells us the victim here is Victor LaFerros. He was shot in broad daylight here, and BRPD and his mother believes that the victim knew his killer. So if you know anything that can help, this happened here on Woodpecker Street, kind of near Avenue J in Baton Rouge. If you know anything or saw anything that could help, they sure could use your help. It is a call to Crime Stoppers for those tips.
Let's take you to town of Central, city of Central. I know you're familiar with Wax Road, kind of a major thoroughfare right there. They got some construction going on right now. What about some new construction out there, possibly revamping, reworking what they're doing?
The idea is to make it safer. Yesterday, an 18-wheeler veered off the road, almost causing a major incident there. So today, city leaders are meeting with DOTD and contractors to figure out how to revamp this project and whether a new work plan is needed. That meeting starts at 10:30 today, and the idea here is to create that better workflow plan. We'll get an update from Central's Mayor Wade Evans after the fact.
What they call them, St. Georgians, or throw the I in there, St. Georgian. They got a little meeting going on today. Maybe they'll vote on the official nickname. They're trying, though, to kind of get the new city moving.
That's it. The mayor, the council, and the police chief will all be sworn in tonight. It's a ceremony at 6 p.m. at Grace Life Fellowship Church. A lot to follow here as we work to figure out.
Behringer Foreman?
Yes, it is. St. George or St. Georgian.
Still,
yes.
The answer is yes.
Both are right as of now.
While you're there, vote on that and then let us know.
Don't call me late for the barbecue.
Just call me anything, just don't call me late.
Just bring food to the barbecue. Key point, that's it.
Right now is Tundra time at Team Toyota, where you can get 0% financing on a new 25 Tundra or get $3,000 customer cash plus $1,000 trade-in allowance. Find these savings and so much more right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.